Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Soccer, joined by head coach Greg Henson. And Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
A little unique on the GLIAC schedule this past week. Just one game in the conference for each team, and obviously playing at home this past Friday, but only a single game makes it a little bit of a different week.
Yeah, it's definitely we get a couple bye weeks in the season with the way the schedule lays out this season, and it's good for us, I think, right now for this time of year for us and where we're at in the season. It's nice to be able to give the players off, both Saturday and Sunday, and allow everybody kind of a little bit of a mental health break from the season, and we'll get back out on the practice field today on Monday, and look to kind of get back to work and then focus on the second half of the conference season. So in addition to the days off, the coaching staff was able to get and do a little bit of recruiting, and Sunday we were able to host our fall ID camp, and so we had 35 prospects here on campus on Sunday, and it was a good opportunity for us to see some future Bulldogs in action out on our field.
Well, obviously this past week you were coming in after a good trip on the road where you got a win and a tie, and taking on a very good Saginaw Valley State team that have been playing well coming into Friday's contest.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where we've talked about it before within this conference. Every game's a challenge. Every team's good, and Saginaw is no different for sure. And they're near the top of the standings this year, and we knew it was going to be a tough challenge. It was going to take our best effort to get a result, and the game didn't finish the way we would have liked. But I think there's a lot of positives in the game for us that we can build on going into the second half of the conference season, and a few things that obviously we got to continue to work on. We can't give up 3 goals, but able to do a few things here and there that gave us some belief, and I think that's the big thing for our team right now is that the players still have the belief that we are a good team, and that results are going to start to come our way.
Obviously, as we'll see in the highlights here, had some opportunities maybe to put some goals on the board here in the first half.
Yeah, we created a lot of dangerous chances. We just didn't have the final touch, the final pass, the final shot, to find the back of the net. We just continuing to do something that we continue to work on throughout the course of the season, and just being a little bit more clinical in the final third, and those goals are going to come our way. And equally on the defensive side of it, we really had 3 miscues, I think, the team-wise defensively. Right there, just not marking up on the back post and allowing a player to get a service in, and they're able to finish it. Now, it's really the difference in the game. We made a few defensive mistakes, as I mentioned, and Saginaw capitalized on it, which good teams will do. Equally, we had a lot of chances for ourselves right here. Welchie on the back door is not able to put the sitter away. We weren't able to capitalize on the chances that we created or on the mistakes that they made, and that's the way the game fell. And so I told the players after the game on Friday, in the game of soccer, it's pretty simple. If you don't score, you don't have a chance to win. And so we've got to find ways to put the ball in the back of the net, and not rely on ourselves and force ourselves to be perfect on the defensive end.
Obviously, for a lot of your younger players, especially the ones you have playing up front, how much is every game kind of a learning experience for them as they continue to get better?
Yeah, and they're growing into the game, and it's a situation where, obviously these minutes are vital for them and their development as a player, and moving forward in their career. I think it's good for them to get this experience. I think right now it's one of those situations where, and hopefully this off weekend will be an opportunity for us to bounce back. I think anytime you're going through a struggle of a season like we are, we're making some uncharacteristic mistakes, and unfortunately sometimes you kind of get that belief or that mindset where you expect things to go wrong. I'm a big believer in a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whatever you think about most is going to come true, and we got to start to create our own luck. We got to start to create opportunities for the ball to bounce our way, which it definitely did in last season and in seasons before, and just not quite there for us right now. So we're continuing to work forward towards that, trying to keep that positive mentality, and for us to be able to find opportunities to get goals and to get results.
Obviously, here in the second half, trailing by 2 goals at halftime, but your kids really fought hard, really battled trying to get back in this one.
Yeah, the one thing, there's definitely things that we can obviously, when you're having a season like we are, that we can work on and we can get better at. The one area that I don't think is an issue for us and never has been and hopefully never will be as a program is the fight and the battle, and the work ethic, and you saw that our players battled all the way to the final minute, trying to find our first goal. There's a no quit attitude within this program, and so that's a positive. Now we just gotta really just unlock that goal, to be able to find multiple goals in games, and it's one of those situations where when you're not scoring, bad things happen there. It's a questionable call from the official, in my opinion. But that's going to happen. You're going to get good calls, you're going to get bad calls, and you got to be able to deal with it. And then We don't handle the set piece well, and then they score the third one. But I thought the answer from our team after each goal that we conceded was good. Coming out of the halftime break, like you mentioned, down 2-0. The response was good. Even when we gave up the third goal, the response was good. We just have to, it's a broken record. We got to find ways to score goals.
I know not the result you wanted on that one. On a positive note, though, that opened up a 5-match homestand here. So 4 consecutive matches coming up here over the next couple weeks at home.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be huge for us. Obviously, we always talk about it every year. I think when I'm in here talking with you, we're a one game at a time, type of program. But these 4 games are huge for us in the standing to try to get to improve our standing as best as possible. Mathematically, there's still an opportunity for us to climb our way or crawl our way back into the top 4. But it could be the last 4 home games of this season, and on the road for the playoffs. So it's a huge thing for us. Friday's the most important game on the season, and we're going to really focus on it as 7 one-game seasons, and just go out and win the next match, and then focus on the one after that. So that's kind of our mindset, our mentality. We're going to talk to the team about today at practice and tomorrow in our team meeting is really just focusing, let's get the result Friday, and then we'll see where we go from there. Obviously,
taking on Purdue Northwest and Parkside this weekend, and 2 opponents you just saw on the road about a week and a half ago.
Yeah, so familiar opponents. I mean, that's the way the schedule runs right now. So we play everybody twice, home and away. So we know what we're getting now as we go through the second half of the season. And like you mentioned, we just played Purdue and Parkside, so we need to get 2 results. Coming out of this weekend with 6 points in the conference standing is the goal, and you can't get 6 without getting 3 on Friday. So like I said, we'll focus on Friday's result first, and then have a good Parkside team coming in on Sunday.
How much does it change playing somebody for the second time as you begin the second game kind of swing through the conference?
Yeah, I think it changes a lot. I mean, obviously both teams are going to be familiar with each other, especially with Parkside and Purdue. We just played them 2 weeks ago, and so everybody's kind of familiar with each other. But every coaching staff, great coaching staffs in this league, are going to tweak some things, change some things. So there's a little bit, something new that you got to look for or deal with. And for this weekend, it's 3 teams kind of near the bottom of the standings, so everybody's looking to rebound. So I expect 2 tough matches for us, and I don't think anybody in the conference has seen us play, at the level we're capable of. So hopefully we can get that going, and we'll surprise some people the second half of the season.
What will it take for your team to get some points and hopefully get a couple wins here this weekend?
Number one is just finding the back of the net, and then having that momentum trickle in there. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's one of the things that we're going to work on today at practice is finishing, right, and just finding ways to get there and having to get that belief and that confidence back. We have some players that are very dangerous goal scorers, but some of them haven't scored in a long time. And so that doubt kind of starts to creep in. So really it's a mentality issue for us right now. We've got to get back to our players playing with confidence, playing with that strong belief in themselves and one another. And once we do that, we'll get the results.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck here this weekend.
Thank you.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, follow the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.